Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at a great millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akims and the folk on the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom. This is another edition of Spiritual Food. Come to feed the elect of the nation of Israel, 144,001 million children. The Most High gonna put these false prophets to death. That teaching heresies. The teaching, doctrines, different doctrines. Mixing the the Most High word with other doctrine, right? This is Deuteronomy 13:4. He said, "He shall walk after the Lord Yahweh, your power, and fear him, and keep his commandment, and obey his voice, and he shall serve him, and cleave unto him." He said, "And that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death, because he had spoken to turn you away from the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, your power." Yeah, because enough of them is, these Israelite camp, they will say the microchip is in Barco, the microchip is John 3:16, the microchip is let's call it some would say it's Christianity, and a whole lot of things they would say. When the microchip is the mark of the beast, right? That Revelation 13:16 talk about, right? So the Most High is saying, "And that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death, because he had spoken to turn you away from the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to trust thee out of the way which the Lord thy power commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put evil away from the midst of thee." And this is what the Most High can do, right? The Most High can put away these false prophets, right? That's saying that these other nations can make it, speaking about these other heathen, right? Saying that they can make it. So the Most High can put these false prophets away, right? This is Deuteronomy 18:20. He said, "But that prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die." Because I got prophet, teaching the name Christ and Most High. Some teaching Ahaya, some teaching Yeshua, and all these things. You understand? So the Most High gonna put these prophets to death. You understand? So the Most High gonna turn up the judgment on these false prophets. You understand? Because there is many, as Yahushua say, many false prophets shall arise and deceive many. So these prophets, they can get judgment, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gonna bring judgment on these prophets, right? Let me get a quick one. Ezekiel 14 and 9. Right. There's Ezekiel 14 and 9. He said, "And if that prophet be deceived, and if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing, I, the Lord Yahweh, had deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel." And this is when the Most High gonna do these false prophets, right? The Most High gonna destroy these false prophets, right? Right. Let me get Jeremiah, right? And this is exactly what the Most High can do to these false prophets, teaching that the heathen nation can make it, like JOCC saying some Edomites can make it, which there's a false doctrine, right? This is Jeremiah 20:10. "Then Hananiah the prophet took the yoke from off the prophet Jeremiah's neck, and break it. And Ananias speak in the presence of all the people, all the Israelites, saying, Thus said the Lord, even so will I break the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, from the neck of all nations, right? I mean the Israelites. He said within the space of 2 full years, and the prophet Jeremiah went his way. Then the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah the prophet, after that Ananias the prophet had broken the yoke from off the neck of the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Go and tell Ananias, saying, Thus said the Lord, thus has he said, Thou hast broken the yoke of wood, but thou shalt make for them yoke of iron. For thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, I have put a yoke of iron upon the neck of all these nations, that they may serve Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon, and they shall serve him, and I have given him the beasts of the field also. Here can the Moses who set up these kings and these rulers, right? Verse 15. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord had not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in lie. Therefore thus said the Lord, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth this year. Thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. So Ananias the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. And yeah, this is what the Most High can do to these false prophets, right? Teaching, you could call on any name. You could call the Most High and his son any name, IUIC saying you could call the son and the father any name. The name, you gotta wear your fringes, you understand? They march for stop violence. The Most High send these prophets, right? The Most High clearly send these prophets, right? This is the account with Elijah and the prophet of Baal. When Elijah say, whichever power send down fire from heaven, this is the power that we gonna worship, right? This is First Kings 18:22. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I, only remain a prophet of the Lord, but Baal prophets are 450 men. He said, Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on the wood, and put no fire under. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on the wood, and put no fire under. And call he on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And the power that answer by fire, let him be power. And all the people answered and said, It is well spoken, right? And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, Choose you 1 bullock for yourself, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning until evening, from morning even unto noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answer. And they leap upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them, and said, Cry aloud, for he is a god. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey, or peradventure he is sleeping, and must not be awake. So Elijah had to mock them, because they are false prophets worshiping false gods, right? Verse 28. And they cry aloud, and cut themselves after the manner with knives and lectured, till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass, when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice, nor any to answer, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto all the people, Come near unto me. And all the people come near unto him, and he repaired the altar of the Lord that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribe of Salakia. And Elijah took 12 stones, according to the number of the children of the sons of Jacob. He said, Unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. Right? It's the Israelites. It is our forefather Israel. 432. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. Right, Salakia. He said 433. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, Fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice and on the wood. And he said, Do it the second time. And they did it the second time. And he said, Do it the third time. And they did it the third time. And the water run, and the water run around about the altar. And he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at that time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near, and said, Lord Yahweh, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Lord Yahweh, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stone, and the dust, and he said, and the dust, and the licked up the water that was in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their face, and said, The Lord Yahweh, he is the power. The Lord Yahweh, he is the power. Verse 40. And Elijah said unto them, Take the prophet of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brooks of Kishon, and slew them there. You understand? So there's one of them to these false prophets, right? The Most High can bring an end to their crusade. Who's saying that the actual Gentile could be saved. Who's saying that the mark of the beast is a Christianity or embargo or John 3:16, and say they could call on any name, and the name doesn't matter, and all these things, and the Most High gonna end it. The Most High gonna end their crusade. You understand? So that's a little lesson to show that the Most High gonna bring judgment on these false prophets. All right. And with that, let's edify, and I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Achaeums and the folk and the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom.